Toastmaster. Thank you. How many of you read the article about the Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce in last week's Chronicle? It was a good article. In that article, Chamber President Amy Cook says, in order to know where we're going, we have to know where we've been. And the Chamber has been for 15 years. This year is the 15th anniversary. And the most common question we get at the Chamber is, what does a Chamber of Commerce do? Well, this Chamber, the Austin Chamber, has a whole set of programming. We have monthly luncheons. In fact, the luncheon we had in June at Hugo's, just down the street, was amazing. We had 40 people, there was a lot of networking, and in my own business, I made 2 contacts on that day that is turning into business, just weeks later. We do evening happy hours once a month. We have a website. We have a mobile site. Thousands of visitors visit the website and the mobile site every month, looking at the directory of gay-owned and gay-friendly businesses. And then, of course, we have the AGLCC Toastmasters Club, sponsored by the Chamber, that does communications, public speaking, and leadership training for the community. But I think a more interesting question is why? Why do we even need a Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce? There's a company in San Francisco called Community Marketing. They do public research and market research for the LGBT community. And they put out a study every single year, most recently saying that in any metro area, between 5 and 10% of a population are LGBT consumers. 5 and 10%. Now in Austin, that's about 60,000. 60,000 LGBT consumers in Central Texas. They go on to say that gays and lesbians spend on average $100 a week in bars and restaurants. $100 a week. That's $300 million a year. $300 million a year just in bars and restaurants that we are already spending in our local community. 300 million out of 3 billion in total economic impact. That's a lot of money. And we're already spending it. Now, if these bars and restaurants took just 1% of that money and gave it back to the community, that would be $3 million. $3 million. Imagine how that would benefit organizations like Out Youth, or Project Transitions, or Prime. $3 million. And I think in Austin, maybe more than any other city, our community is defined by our nonprofit organizations. Those are the places that we volunteer, the events that we attend. You can't even find a street with more than 2 gay bars on it. This is about our organizations, and this is where our community exists. Now, a Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce is definitely about membership. And membership is how you identify the businesses to spend your dollars. But a chamber does more than that. Membership is just the beginning of the conversation. The Chamber of Commerce takes new businesses and helps them grow. There's a new caterer in Austin called the Beefcake Shop. They formed just earlier this year. And when they opened, they came to the Chamber asking for assistance. So we connected them with resources, education, clients. Now they're thriving and on the verge of opening a trailer. We take existing businesses and help them grow and get exposure to a wider audience. There's a company in Austin called Mud Puppies that does dog grooming and dog boarding. And after they joined the Chamber earlier this year, they started getting media inquiries about their business. And of course, the Chamber is about supporting the businesses that have been there all along, like Oil Cans or Rusty's. And even more than that, a Chamber does workforce development, making sure that there are educated and trained people to work in our businesses. We do economic development, making sure that the job base itself grows with LGBT-friendly businesses. And tourism work, so that while we are spending $3 billion a year already, we can bring even more money into our local community and into our local businesses. Now, how many of you are a business owner? How many of you know a business owner? Everybody does. Our community is incredibly entrepreneurial. And that's what a chamber is about. The chamber may be celebrating 15 years, but it's really been 5 months since the relaunch in January. And we're still at the beginning of the conversation. We're still talking about membership. Membership is the lifeblood of a gay and lesbian chamber of commerce, the lifeblood of a community. So I'm asking you tonight, if you're a business owner or if you know a business owner, talk to them about the chamber, talk to them about membership. Help us grow this organization to be bigger and better. Help us help your business tap into that $3 billion of economic activity. And most importantly, help us help this community grow and prosper. Mr. Toastmaster.